For my final independent project on SolidWorks, I have selected Audi A7 as the project topic. So in this project, I have done a modeling, assembling, and rendering of Audi A7 model, and it comprises a combination of surface modeling and solid modeling both as well. Mostly it comprising of surface modeling due to the car body structure, and the model was created and assembled in SolidWorks 2018 and 2020 version, and was assembled using SolidWorks Visualize Professional 2020 version. So next, so since we all know that Audi A7 is an executive car produced by Audi since 2010, and it's in five-door fastback car. That is, it has 4 frameless doors and a lift back door, and it consists of a sloping roof line with a steeply raked rear window, and it has integrated boot lid, which makes it falls into under category of sports bike. I actually planned it to create in 6 different parts, and I created 2 different assemblies. So the parts that I've created are car body, disc brake, caliper, tire, rim, and bolts. And I've created 2 assemblies that are wheel assembly and car assembly. So wheel assembly consists of tire, rim, bolts, disc brake, and caliper, and car body consists of wheel assembly and the car body. So these are the wheel components, and for this they for them I have multiple uses of same features. So like for instance, for disc brake, the important features were boss extrude, chamfer, circular pattern, cut extrude, and cut revolve. For bolt, there was boss extrude, surface revolve, replace face, and body delete keep command. And caliper was built in half first, and then it was mirrored over top plane. So the commands that were used were boss extrude, dome, cut revolve, and mirror. So next parts are rim and tire. For rim and caliper, I have referred different videos also to create it just like as Audi A7 models. So for rim, the commands used were boss extrude, surface revolve, cut revolve, combine, circular pattern, draft, body delete, keep, surface offset, extend, and revolve, dome, split lines, and fillet, and mirror. And for tire, it was much simpler with revolve, cut extrude, circular pattern, mirror, and surface revolve. So after all these parts were created, the assembly was created. So since I have built these models with the reference of each other, for instance, I first created rim, and I actually gave it a reference of an axis in the middle of the wheel rim. So I used that reference to create my tire and my disc brake and bolts, so that when I bring them into an assembly, they get placed by themselves. That's why they all have in place mates. And for caliper, I used disc brake as a reference, so that it also gets an in place mate by itself. For the bolts, I only imported 1 bolt inside the assembly, and rest of the bolts were circular pattern inside the assembly itself for 5 instances for the rotation of 360-degree. So after the wheel assembly was created, I went for car body, and these were the blueprints that were selected for the car body. So as you can see, there's a front, side, top, and rear. These were the blueprints that I used to create the car body. And this is how I set up my car body, blueprints for the car body inside the working environment. I actually first set up fixed my side body blueprint by fixing the bottom front point of it with the origin itself, and I took at a desired length, and I took side blueprint as a reference for rest of the blueprints. So for instance, top blueprint was fixed by taking a reference of the length of the side blueprint, and origin by taking it, and origin was taken as a midpoint reference and the starting reference. And for the front and back blueprints, I didn't bother to attach them to the rest of the blueprints, because it doesn't matter much, as the body positioning and the size mainly depends upon the side and top blueprints. So I only just fix them by taking a reference of the origin and the height and width of the top and side blueprints. So this is the isometric view of the blueprint setup inside the working environment. So after the blueprints were set up, car body was created, and it mostly comprises of the surfacing tools only. So it includes mostly surfacing tools. I have used maximum number of the surfaces tools, and some of them were created using solid modeling, like the front lights as you can see in the front view, and these parts that are used for the assembly later on to assemble the wheels with it. And some of the commands of the solid modeling were used, but mostly it's surface model only. So after the car body was created, I went for the assembly, and most only the concentric and coincident were the commands that I used to give in the mates, since they had to be dynamic in motion, so they are not fixed. Uh, and the thing that happened is that I created my side car body with different blueprints, and I had different reference for my wheels, so I had to scale them down because they were very large when compared to the size of the size of the wheels in the blueprints. So they were scaled down to a factor of 0.16 to its original size, and then they were used as in the assembly. So after the assembly was created, the renders were created, and the renders are the images that are included in the assembly. Like, this is the that I have done in the visualize, and this one is one of them. This is also the same one, and total 5 renders I have created. So this is also one of them, and this is. So after the completion, I've created renders, and that was the part of that was the only that was the whole process. So to conclude this project, in this I have learned to use and handle various surface tools that were they were new, like also some solid modeling tools as well, like draft tools, and also scaling down was something that I learned new as well, and some new techniques and some new ways to model or surface any kind of part in a quick and effective way. And it has also increased and improved my skill to create surfaces, complex surfaces in much less time, according to the previous state. So these were the references that I used for blueprints, and I used some videos for the reference of the car body and caliper and the wheel rim to create it as most realistic as I could. And for the future reference, I have decided to create a hinge for the door, so that I can create door as a separate part with a hinge on it, and then later assemble it with the rest of the body. And also to create a car a solid body, because since it has gaps between the surfaces right now that I've given them by myself, like as you can see over here, since in real car we have some separations, like the back door or the side doors and the mirrors have separation between them, so I have tried to give it a more realistic look, which is the reason I couldn't create a whole car body into a solid body. So that I have created for the future scope, and also to create interior parts of them, and then later assemble it with the car body, and also to synchronize the motion of the wheels, which I couldn't figure at the moment. So this is my project scope. Thank you.